Hi, let's talk about why is Canada ever dependent on immigration. It is the world's second largest country. It is a G8 nation. It shares border with the most powerful country in the world. It is considered to be a very liberal and a modern democracy. Then all this makes you wonder, why does it still need immigration? I'll help you answer this question, but first let's grab a coffee. A massive chunk of land initially colonized by the British and the French. The initial settlers received a lot of benefits and grants. Then, in the later years, the immigration process was streamlined, and also a lot of refugees were invited to populate the new land. Canada has maintained a very healthy population growth over the last 70 years. It's been able to do so mainly because of two sources. One is the skilled immigration program, and the second being the refugee program. The G8, recently renamed as G7, is a group of seven most advanced global economies. They hold major say on the global markets. Canada, being the smallest economy in this group, needs a constant inflow of immigrants to stay relevant. Also, a steady inflow of immigrants help Canada have a complex economy and shift the focus away from housing, which currently contributes to 7% of its GDP, which is the highest amongst the G7 nations. For all the hard work that Canada does sourcing for manpower all around the world, a lot of them end up in the US each year, and the numbers are only increasing. To make matters more complicated, 65% of the outward immigrants are female. This correlates to the chart of falling fertility rates between 2011 to 2023. So, if you can't find a partner in Canada, you know what to blame. Being liberal in itself is not bad for the economy, but too much of anything is. This reminds me of an old Sanskrit quote which says, Ati Dano Valir Bhaddo, means the king Bali was caught in his own generosity. Canadian youth face a lot of problems and ambiguity, and this reflects in the unemployment data, which is at the worst in the last 2 decades. There is simply no motivation or incentive to work harder and pay more taxes. In fact, Canada saw its real economic growth in the 1960s and 70s. That is when the population grew, people worked hard, and believed in a family system. The whole idea of this analysis is to make sense of data without being biased. The four factors we discussed at the beginning are Canada's strength, but they are also the reasons for immigration. Immigration has a very complicated supply chain network. At one end, there is the refugee program, and on the other, the skilled immigration program. Both distinct but serve their purposes very well. Government might cut immigration temporarily, but over long term, Canada needs immigrants to keep the economy on a growth trajectory. I had to dig through various government reports and indexes, and also a lot of other reports on the internet to arrive at this data. But a lot of it is also from my own lived experience. So, if you like the video, then do consider following and subscribing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, bye.